No, you just stay back there, okay? We're gonna see what she does. She knows that she's gotta walk in there. Mama, you ready? You ready? Look it. Here we go. See, look it. She knows where she's going. She knows exactly where she's going. Not that way though. Go forward, Clover. Good girl, Clover. There you go. Here we go. Get her going this way. I think I want to put this down first. She's like, oh, just go on. Hi, girl. It's okay. It's okay.
So you don't want to let it slam.
Okay.
Mom, don't get right behind her.
Clean her off real quick. I tried to spray her with this before and she did not care for it. So I'm not going to do that this time. See how this goes. Put one. There we go. Once that starts getting going, I'll try and get this other one on. There we go. So my concern is this, that somehow hold that up away from her. How she does. Oh, there we go. We got some going. She's only been separated from her calf for about 4 hours, so this is just more of a trial than anything to see if we can get her in here. What's interesting is that
It's fine. She can step back. She can't move anywhere. I think she's trying to get a better position for feed.
So this pet cough, you can turn it up and down. See how it's going real fast right now? I thought you could turn it down lower. And it's as low as it goes. And you want that nice kind of slow pulse is my understanding. I might have to look into this a little bit more and maybe figure out. What's it at for the, what's it ticking at?
17. Yeah.
So that sounds right.
Okay. So now.
So, and then, Katie, can you hold those for me, please? And then what we do when she's all done, we're just going to spray her with this real quick. And that just helps protect her. Then, I'm going to have you hand this to me. And I'm going to set this aside. You move it. Hook her something right here.
Okay.
I don't know, something to where I can lay these down in a clean manner.
Yeah.
But right now I'm not worried about milk. Okay, thank you. Put that aside. And then what I want to try and do is be done milking so that when she's ready, can you move baby real quick? I'm trying to decide, do you think it's better to unhook?
I would unhook here first. Yep, I would unhook here first.
So that when she's...
Yep, and then I would go in.
Because I don't want to have to worry about her trying to back up.
Yep, and so that permits you to protect your stuff with that. And then all you got to do is Just flop that.
And actually, I'm going to do this now, so
Yeah.
that when she's done, I don't have to worry about her
Yep.
trying to move.
And then she can leave whenever she feels like it.
First milking, I would call it a success. Not really any milk, but we were able to get her in here, get her feeding. She didn't kick. I think she's more calm because, cross your fingers, so far she has not pooped or peed, which that's super fun in here.
Bonus.
And I think that my understanding is as cows get more comfortable, it's the nervousness that causes them to do that. So I'm hoping she's getting more comfortable, but just getting her in here, feeding, being able to get the head catch, get her into the neck catch, which she's been fine with, get the head locked down, and for her to stay there and not be upset about it or try and pull back up, kick, any of the above. I think that's really good. And I think that if she was fuller, had we separated her for like 12 hours, I think we would have seen better milk. She'd only been separated for like 3 hours today, just to try, and work the process. And I think it'll take a little bit of time to figure out exactly what we're going to do. Like I said, with this, I'm trying to decide, maybe I want to have it on a hook or something off to the side so I don't have it necessarily on the ground, or something I can tie off for the tubes so they're not hanging so low, because if she does move her foot, I don't want her to step on them and pull them off.
Yeah.
So just a few other little tweaks, but I think overall, we're on our way to actually maybe getting some milk.
Trying to get all oh, there's one more left in there. Here, let me get it. There you go. Is that better? Oh, easy.
You all done? You all done, Miss Cooler? Done. You gonna come on out?
You keep licking the bowl.
I'm hoping that she'll just come on out and head back into the pasture. So I'm going to show this really quick. It'd be a very long story if I went through all of it, but the other day, in the process of trying to get her in to practice in the stall, she got in, it was great, and then I tried to put her back in the pasture, and the other cows were right here blocking her, and they wouldn't let her in, and she didn't want to try and go in. So I kept trying to take grain in, get them to move away. They weren't doing it.
And that far fence was not there.
Yeah, this secondary fence was not here. So in my, I don't know, I thought I was being a genius. So I took her out this gate right here and thought that I would just walk her straight through to this far gate over here. There's no fencing past this. Hey, you gonna come out? Hey, pretty girl. She's just gonna go see you. She's fine. See, she sees no one blocking her. But in my infinite wisdom, I walked her down to this gate. The other cows moved towards the gate, so she stopped and looked at the driveway and started walking towards our driveway.
She started going that way.
Yep. And when she did that, I was already in that fenced area trying to drop grain to get, and the other cows started coming towards me. I came out of the fenced area to get her, and they all followed. So I had 7 Scottish Highlands walking around in my yard, and we have no main gate to our property, and my biggest fear was that they were going to walk down the driveway. It was like a nightmare in slow motion, like one of those dreams that you have where you can't run. Someone's chasing you, but you can't run. It was in like slow motion. I just was standing in complete fear. Luckily, they went into our yard area. Knox got on. She's got lots of food. We just fed her a ton of food. She just hasn't decided where she wants to go. But Knox was able to help me herd with the quad. So today I put up this extra line of hot tape to separate her from the main pasture, so I can have a holding area for her while I'm trying to keep her away from her calf. And then she can walk back into here without the other cows crowding her. And she's more willing to go back in. See, no one's crowding you. You can go, it's fine. She looks so nervous. So I figure once she gets back into here, then I'll just drop those lines and then she can go back out into the pasture. Never again will I lead her into an area that has no fencing. That was the worst ever. We're stubborn.
Was Mom yelling?
No.
What? Yes, she was.
Was I yelling? Oh, you were inside, I think. I was yelling at Knox. Not yelling out of anger, but yelling out of fear. I would say the scariest thing about these cows, they're super docile, is their horns. They're just very intimidating with the horns, and they know how to use them. So that's probably the thing that I'm most fearful of. I have been stuck in the side and the hip by our bull, and he snuck up behind me, and he wasn't trying to be mean. He was trying to get some attention. But other than that, I haven't been hurt. I haven't been horned by them, but it is a little bit intimidating. But you can see how short they are. They're not very tall.
She's fat.
She's a little bit round. She's been eating all day.
She's preggers too, so.
Yeah, well, we sure hope so. Okay, I'll go out and drop these. You want to go back out with your baby? Good girl.
That's simple, huh?
Yeah, we'll see. So now I just need to decide, do I want to separate in the morning so I can milk in the evening? Or do I want to separate in the evening so I can milk in the morning? If I separate in the evening, I probably have to be out to milk by 7 a.m. would be my guess. Because Red is going to want to eat, and I'm assuming she's going to be yelling at him, he's going to be yelling at her, it's going to be loud. So, I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll come back out and separate her later tonight and then milk her in the morning. We'll see. Okay. Real quick, I'm going to show you how we changed our stanchion neck gate headlock system for milking. Originally, I showed you that the bucket right here was actually on this side, and we had a full area built out around it. And as we spent time looking at this, we figured out that it would just be so much easier for the bucket to be on the other side, cut out some of the pieces of, I think these are 2x6s, or 2x8s maybe, so that her head, she could lift her head up and over. And then we built this piece that pivots, and we just put a really heavy duty hinge right here. And so then it's able to go down and it goes into this slot. Now my husband installed this right here that we can close and lock, but if she really wanted to pull on this, she could. So the other thing that he did was he bored out a hole right here. And so we have a dowel that we put in there, and that actually worked really well. And it was easy to get in. My only problem is that I don't want to lose it. So he was saying we could bore out a hole kind of up top here. We could drop it in. That way I know where it's at. But overall, she did really great today. Better than expected. She got into the stanchion. She didn't fight it. She didn't kick. That was great. I didn't get my foot stepped on. I'm terrible. I wear Birkenstocks all the time. It is really hot right now for us in Western Washington. So we are in our summer months, and Birkenstocks are what we wear. So I was hoping that my stupidity of wearing Birkenstocks in the barn wouldn't come back to bite me and I wouldn't get stepped on by her. So anyway, she did great. We're really happy with this setup. We have a few things we need to tweak, but overall, I'm looking forward to starting a continuous schedule of milking her, and we're hoping to see that we get a decent amount of milk, at least enough for us to drink as a family. Again, she's a Scottish Highland. She's not a dairy cow. She's not going to produce copious amounts of milk, but we're hopeful that we can get just enough for our regular needs. Keep watching so you can see what happens, and I will follow up with another video of milking Clover with the hope that we can show you milking her and getting a decent amount of milk.